Moon Knight himself, Oscar Isaac, is teasing the ending of the upcoming limited series, and he's definitely leaning into the build-up to the Midnight Suns. So this comes at us from a recent interview that Oscar Isaac had with Games Radar, where he goes into all the reasons that he loves the character of Mark Spector, how of course the character exists in the comics, the character's strengths and weaknesses in terms of how he compares to some of the other Marvel characters, and the journey that the character goes on in the comics, and if there's anything like that we can expect to see in the series. The one thing he did lean heavily into is how exactly does Moon Knight operate in the bigger Marvel universe. That's something that he hopes that the fans will understand by the time we get to the end of it. But then he says that if you look at him, if you look at this character, he does point out that Moon Knight is a supernatural Avenger, and that there is supernatural Avengers out there that are just like him, and that's the general idea. Now, of course, here, he's teasing the obvious, which he's teased before. Midnight Suns, Blade, Ghost Rider, to an extent, the Punisher falls in there, Daredevil can fall in there, Elsa Bloodstone, so many other characters, and I do legitimately think that this is him kind of prepping people for inevitably coming back to the MCU, showing back up, whether it's a supporting role in a Midnight Suns, or showing up in Blade, or Blade showing up here, or whatever else, I think this is honestly the setup. And I personally think that's really cool that he's already leaning into it. And again, he said, this thing is kind of outside the normal MCU. And yeah, that's true because, again, it's a different world. We've never seen this element of it, but eventually things got to come together and work together, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see how they pull this off and exactly how they pull Moon Knight into this world and how does it all work together. And I'm just excited to see how this character will interact with some of the other ones, because Moon Knight so far, it's a little weird, yes. It is very different. Now, how is he going to react when he sees a day-walking vampire and a lichen? Yeah, that'll be interesting. That's what I want. So thank you for watching that video, and if you've ever wondered what that little join button is on YouTube, well, that is our membership section, where for a few additional dollars a month, you get exclusive discussions as part of our podcasts each and every week, audio commentaries, let's plays, discussions on canceled comic book films, topics that are a little bit too sensitive for people on YouTube, such as controversial things happening in media, and a lot more. So check out what we offer by clicking that join button.